Hello fans, collectors, investors. Welcome back to Iconic Baseball. I'm Iconic Al, and we are hurtling toward number one on my countdown. This is my list of the 100 greatest and most iconic ball players in baseball history. I've been collecting my entire life, and I've honestly never had more fun than I'm having right now in the hobby. And that's not because I'm collecting any differently. I've collected the same way since high school. It's because of you. It's because of the viewer, the YouTube community that I've been able to connect to that has really fulfilled and enhanced my hobby. So thank you for watching, for commenting. It really has enhanced my hobby as hopefully I've enhanced yours. Today's episode covers number 13 on my list. This is one of the greatest offensive and defensive outfielders in baseball history. The numbers are insane, and I can't wait to get into those. So without any further ado, let me introduce the Great Eagle, the great Tris Speaker.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Born in 1888 in Hubbard, Texas, Tris Speaker would become one of the greatest players to ever put on a baseball uniform. Over his 22-year career, which spanned from 1907 to 1928, this man compiled dizzying totals: a 134.7 WAR, a career batting average of .345, with an on-base percentage of .428. Any metric you look at with Speaker is phenomenal, including his .928 OPS and his .158 OPS plus. One of the true greats of all time, he compiled 3,514 hits, still fifth all time. He batted in 1,531 runs, scored 1,882 runs, and ended up with 5,100 total bases. He's still the all-time career leader in doubles, with 792, leading the league 8 times. He hit 117 career home runs, but keep in mind that this was a time when not many home runs were hit, and he won a home run title in 1912 with 10 home runs, so it was a different era. In addition to his hitting prowess, he was also one of the great center fielders of all time, and would have been a perennial Gold Glove Award winner had the award existed when he played. He still holds career records for outfield assists, double plays, and unassisted double plays by an outfielder. His fielding glove was known as, quote, the place where triples go to die. If we look at some of Tris Speaker's peak seasons, in 1912, he posted a 10.1 WAR season en route to an MVP that year. In 1914, a 10 WAR season. In 1923, a 9.1 WAR season. Despite his epic .345 career batting average, he only has one batting title, which he won in 1916. And I think the reason he only has one batting title is because he was competing in the American League head-to-head with a man named Cobb. Speaker was very impressive in the postseason, hitting .306 in 20 World Series games, getting on base at a .398 clip. He won world championships in 1912 and 1915 with Boston, and then in 1920 with Cleveland. Let's get into the PC here. I have 2 Tris Speaker items that I cherish immensely. First off, on the right, this is a beautiful candy issue from 1922, featuring a beautiful shot of Tris Speaker finishing a swing. This is from the 1922 E21 American Caramel set. This is distributed out of York and Lancaster, PA. A set of 120 baseball stars. There are a couple different versions of this card. The large projection, you see here he's listed as an outfielder. There are other versions that list him as a manager, but this was still mid-career. He was 34 years old when this came out, and still in the prime of his career. In 1922, he hit .378 that year, so he was still, solidly in his prime. Led the league in doubles that year. This is graded a 1.5, but the eye appeal, the beauty of that card and that photo, just a signature pose, a swing. And the beautiful back on this. This set consists of pictures of 120 of the leading baseball stars of the American and National Leagues, made by the American Caramel Company, Lancaster and York, Pennsylvania. So just a really nice, honest copy. Pretty well centered. And you just can't beat the eye appeal. One that I truly love. The population on a card like this, PSA has graded 31. And if you look at the QRs that PSA puts on the back of these cards, I love doing that because then you can instantly get an idea of how rare a card is. This one is quite scarce. One reason why I just love these pre-war candy issues. All right. Next up, one of my favorite autographs. One of the nicest speaker autographs you'll ever see. On an index card. Tris Speaker's autograph is just glorious, flowing, artful. And he passed away in 1958, making his autographs pretty difficult to obtain and not cheap these days. Thankfully, this is one that I got pre-pandemic, so pricing was quite different. And I was able to get a really nice example. They graded a PSA 8. But just a marvelous signature, one of my favorites. Just a blank back here. But one of the true greats of the game. And this was an honor to present another essential figure in the annals of baseball history. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been an absolute joy sharing my collection on YouTube and connecting with a whole new world of other collectors out there in the universe. So thank you for watching. And until next time, keep collecting and stay iconic.